Hey, this is Travis from Psycho Gym. I'm back in my kitchen with another episode of Psycho Gym in the Kitchen. Behind me here, I've got some seafood gumbo and some dirty cauliflower cooking, and I'm going to post those recipes later so you can get them on the blog and the website later on. I'm sure you're intrigued to know what goes in dirty cauliflower. So today what we're going to talk about is the nutritional values of carbs, proteins, and fats. And we're actually going to break this into 3 videos because it can be a little overwhelming. So hopefully if we break it down, you can get a little more. Proteins, fats, carbohydrates, and where we get our energy from, and what we recommend that you eat when you're training at Psycho Gym, depending on what your goal is. Now, nutrition can be a real beast, and it can get very, very scientific. But at the same time, you can still make it pretty simple. And that's what we tend to do, is try to keep it very simple so that if you're on the go or whatever you're doing, you can eat healthy foods and you can eat the right amounts real easily, and you don't have to measure everything out, and you just kind of know what you should be eating. Now, there's all different kinds of fad diets or different diets out there. There's books everywhere on it. You have low-fat diets, low-carb, no-carb, paleo diets, different things like that. I tend to try to stay away from one specific diet, and I try to teach people to just eat healthier overall and not follow a specific plan. But at the same time, the bulk of what I recommend is going to be what we call a low grain diet. And I don't recommend a low carbohydrate diet. I recommend a low grain diet. Now, the difference is, a lot of people seem confused by this, but the difference is, I want you eating carbohydrates, but I want them in the form of vegetables, number 1, and fruits, number 2. So what we recommend is a high protein, high fruit and vegetable diet, and a moderate fat diet. Now, if you want to break down the percentages, I would probably say it's about 40% protein, 35% carbohydrates from fruits and vegetables, and about 25 to 30% fat. So there's a big misconception out there that you need no fat if you want to lose fat, where in reality you need to eat fat to lose fat. We just want you eating healthy fats. So we want you eating mono and poly unsaturated fats and staying away from the saturated fats. So the fats we want you eating are going to be from nuts, avocados, oils like olive oil, coconut oil, almond milk, different things like that. And we want you staying away from the saturated fats that are in heavily fried foods, a lot of battered foods, and real fatty cuts of meat. So that's the difference with fat.